You want to be successful, most likely, because most people want to be successful. The question is success everything, or is there more than that? And why actually do we think we want to be successful? We have an expert on the matter with us here today. Hello and welcome, Harland Merriam.
Glad to be here, and I look forward to talking about this because I have experienced a lot of people that success just didn't satisfy like they thought.
Exactly. Maybe some people can relate to the situation. You really want to have this salary raise, this promotion, this graduation, whatever it is. And when you achieve it, you wonder, I thought it's going to feel a bit better than this here. And we have someone, Harlan, you wrote this book, Profit Seeks Purpose. So first, of course, I mean, if we call it, it says how to make money without losing your soul. My question, of course, is what was your, because writing a book is a lot of effort, what was your core motivation to write the book?
A mastermind that I've been in for a good while, I facilitate it. Very successful entrepreneurs, had spent a half day with them. I'm riding back on a commuter train and said, other people need to be able to experience what we're experiencing.
Mm.
And I can't do that as one person, but a book might be able to help get that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So when people buy this book, what? Because some people, of course, wonder, well, making money actually is not irrelevant because in today's world, without money, things become pretty dire pretty quickly, and usually money and success, or whatever is defined as success, are usually sort of intertwined. So is success suddenly bad, or what is this book? What is this book about?
Success is not bad. Profit is not bad. Profit's a good tool for getting a roof over our heads, food for our family, but it's really a poor foundation for building a life, just chasing money. I think, who was it that said that a car isn't about fuel? Fuel's just the fuel for getting somewhere.
Mm,
I think that was Simon Sinek that
yeah.
spoke about it in that way. Yes.
Absolutely. How are you going to approach this topic in your book? Because there are many ways how to approach this. What is your take on it?
My take is not to lay out a one, two, three, here's how to do it. My take is to tell a story. So I've developed this kind of modern business fable of a guy named Caleb who's very successful, comes up against his biggest success ever, and wakes up the next morning and says, now what? It's kind of
Hmm.
dry, empty, flat. And he's surprised by that after working toward this goal for so long.
When people now say, I probably can relate to this, and they say, I probably reached that point where I thought, this is going to be it. And then you feel it's not. The main issue then is you don't know what is the point then. So will your book help me to find that point?
The book holds up a mirror in the story, a place where you can watch somebody, maybe see yourself. One of the key things in the book is Caleb, the character in the book, had been trying to do it all himself.
Hmm.
And he gets an invitation to join a group of peers in what we call a mastermind. And their questions, their challenging him, their encouraging him really stretches him to discover what that purpose is on his own. And I think everybody's going to have to do that on their own too. It's really helpful to have some people to help you along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say that today anyone should be in a mastermind group today?
I absolutely would. I am I'm a pastor by training, an army chaplain by experience, but I guess I'm an evangelist for masterminds. For about the past 20 years, I learned
Mhm.
it the first time in the military.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, I'm in two different masterminds for a long, long time. The main issue always is people say, how do I find the right people for the mastermind? Because, of course, I don't know if you had that experience, but I also had been in masterminds where I decided, in one case after 2 years, in one case after 1 year, where I said, this is not the one I want to be part of.
Yeah, it not every mastermind is great.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a challenge to get the right people in the room. A good facilitator is helpful to use the time well and to keep it focused.
Mm-hmm.
And and yeah, some masterminds have been going on for 8, 10, 12, 15 years. The same people in the room. It fit, and others just don't work. You're right
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do I find the right people then?
Listen, cast a vision for it. I would say for a lot of people, it's form your own. The book gives some ideas about what might happen in a mastermind. That's just the approach I have. There are some masterminds that are gurus, bringing in experts, and you just sit and listen. The kind of mastermind I really think is the power is when it's appears, working together, being honest, challenging each other, encouraging each other,
Hmm.
peers. Probably
Absolutely.
6, 8, 10, 12, maybe.
Yeah, excellent. So, what would you say to people who say, "Look, I probably reached that point with a promotion, and I realize is that all?" And it's probably not. So, and then they wonder, "Can I just move on?" And they say, "Look, I have commitments. I have a mortgage to pay. I have a rent to pay. I have a car which is fully fine. I can't just say I walk off and say good luck from here. I have a family to feed." So, what should these people say when they say, "I might have taken a road"? Or made a decision where I now figure out when I reach the point where I want to be, I suddenly realize this was not the right choice. What to do then?
Yeah, sometimes it is cutting the rope and getting on to somewhere else. Sometimes it's like Caleb in this story, and many people that I know, and that is transforming where you are, seeing that possibility and gathering some other people with you and transforming where you are. That that's probably the easier way, maybe the
Hmm.
harder one, I don't know. Sometimes we ought to get out of the place as soon as we can. You're right about
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. So, would you say that your book is rather a guideline and modern business fable rather than because some people might fear, okay, this book is going to tell me this is all wrong, this is all right, and that's the way how to do it?
This will not tell you this is all wrong or this is all right. It will, as I said earlier, it'll hold up a mirror. Several people have been reviewing the book have said, I I've asked myself questions after reading your book that I need to ask, and I need to find those answers and find the people that can help me get them. But
Hmm.
it's not a one, two, three business how-to book at all.
So it's not the magic XYZ steps to another XYZ.
No, it's a
Very good.
story, and the reason it's a story is I think that's the most powerful way to get the message across and for it to be received.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we all remember stories best, as we all know. When people now say, okay, this is probably all about impact, integrity, finding my goal, my faith, my purpose. And when some people say, well, I am on the way to reach this goal, but on the way already, I just realized it's probably not the right one, but I don't have any orientation. I just don't know what to do else. So, what would you tell these people to do when they say, I'm a bit maybe lost or afraid of having no directions in life?
And I've met a lot of people like that through the
Yeah.
years.
And I think the
Um,
number's on the rise. The number for sure is on the rise because let's face it, just to give you one background, and that's also probably a generational thing. When I grew up, life was not always easy. However, you knew when you work really, really hard, every day will be a bit better than the day before. Today, some young people say, look, I can work as hard as I want. The rent is going up quicker than I can ever work. Every price goes up quicker. Mortgage is through the roof. Never will be able to afford that. Everything feels suddenly very pointless. So why should I find a direction when as soon as I find it, everything says, not you again?
yeah, I see that. I'm a university chaplain right now and here in Florida, and
Mm.
I talk with 18, 19, 20-year-olds working their way up to graduating
Yeah.
and going out into the real world, and they deal with that as well. What am I going to be able to make it out there? It's hard. I remember working in North Carolina with a bunch of IBMers, and and that was both I've been moved, but IBM made a commitment to their employees back in those days. This is
Hmm.
years ago, that we'll have a job for you no matter what. That's
Yeah.
not the case anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So when our people say, I think Harlan holds really good points of view here, maybe they want you as a coach or a trainer or maybe to speak at their conferences. My last question for this interview, how can they get in touch?
Well, one is that the book would be a good way to get to know me better because it's in many ways a story about me and people I've known through the
Yeah.
years. It's available on Amazon these days, and it's called Profit Seeks Purpose.
Hmm.
And in the back of the book are several ways to get in touch with me, but that probably is what I would suggest right now is get to know me better through the book. Pretty easy to do. And see if that resonates with you, and then find the way in there to get back with me. There's a profitseekspurpose.com website as well. That would be a way to
Hmm.
get in touch.
Perfect. So buy the book, then you get to know Harlan better, and when you think it's a fit, then get in touch. I think these are the perfect final words. Profit seeks purpose, how to make money without losing your soul. Harlan Merriam, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much as well. All the best to everybody listening.
Thank you.